Hare Krishna. Welcome to morning Amrut Vani program. His Grace Kaustubha Krishna Prabhuji will be giving his transcendental words of Krishna. Bhaktin Sneha Barkwal Mataji will be reading the Namamrita. Welcome to everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Even if one cannot chant at the time of death, he still receives all benefits of chanting performed during his life. At the time of death, one is certainly bewildered because his bodily functions are in disorder. At that time, even one who throughout his life has practiced chanting the holy name of the Lord may not be able to chant the Hare Krishna mantra very distinctly. Nevertheless, such a person receives all the benefits of chanting the holy name. While the body is fit, therefore, why should we not chant the holy name of the Lord loudly and distinctly? One who chants the holy name of the Lord constantly is guaranteed to return home back to God without a doubt. Srimad Bhagavatam 6.2.49. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam to all assembled devotees. Shri Shri Radha Ras Bihari ki jai. Shri Shri Lalita Sakhi Vishakha ki jai. Shri Shri Taram Lakshman Bhaktanuman ki jai. Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maya ki jai. Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. Morning chanting program ki jai. And morning Namamrita ki jai. Samasta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. In today's Namamrita, it has been clearly mentioned that at the time of death, a person should chant the holy name, remember the Lord, and chant loudly his name so that he gets a chance to go back home, back to Godhead. Same thing is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 8, shloka number 5. Antakale cha mameva sumran muktva kalevaram yah priyati samad bhavam yanti tatmat masanshaya. So Bhagavan Shri Krishna also he tells Arjuna that anyone who remembers me at the time of the death, he comes to me. But then this doesn't become possible because at the time of the death, when the soul wants to leave the body, the pain is so much that the throat is full of mucus and bile, and a person is bewildered, and maybe he's not able to pronounce the name properly, but still the Lord reminds him, if the devotee has been chanting throughout his life when he was healthy, still he has the chance to come back home. Now this is being narrated by Sukdev Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam. When Sukdevji had only, when Parikshit Maharaj had only 7 days for his death. And then of course he was not afraid. He wanted to spend his time in remembering the Lord, the form of the Lord, the chanting the glories of the Lord and all that. And then all the sages came and Sukdev Goswami gave him the knowledge about Srimad Bhagavatam, and in that, while narrating in chapter number 6, canto number 6, chapter number 2 of Srimad Bhagavatam, the story came of Ajamil. When Ajamil, during his youth, he was along with his father perfectly doing seva of the Lord, bringing fruits, vegetables and flowers from the jungle for the worship of the Lord. But ultimately when he fell down from the devotional service. He wasted his life, but at the time of death, he remembered his son, whose name was Narayan, and he loudly said Narayan because he was worried what will happen to this small child, Narayan. And then by only taking the name of Narayan, which was his son's name, still the Vishnu Dutas came and they informed the Yamdutas that since he's taking the name of the Narayan, please do not take him. So Prabhupada also has declared in this chapter that there are so many people, yogis, who go to the caves in the mountains or go in the jungles and do meditation. But after some time, when they come back, they again get entangled in the material things. It happened with Saurabhi Muni, who was worshipping the love for the Lord, going underwater so that nobody will be disturbing me. But still, when he saw the fish there mating, he fell for the sense gratification and left his worship and came out and got married. Similarly, we have the example of Vishwamitra, who also fell down when he came in contact with the Apsara, Menka. But then Prabhupada says that such people are again given some chance because of their previous devotional service to the Lord. So in Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us this mantra, which is called as Maha Mantra, mantra which is above all other mantras. So we should always chant, keep on chanting, so that we are able to remember the Lord at the time of the death. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said that this mantra has to be chanted offenselessly and humbly and possibly loudly, so that when we chant loudly or we take part in the Sankirtan movement, the living entities, which may not be humans, but they are in the surroundings, the animals, the birds, the insects, even the trees and the plants, etc., they also get the advantage of the transcendental vibrations which are coming from the lips of the devotees by chanting this Mahamantra. So let us keep on chanting so that at the time of the death, we remember. And of course, when we are in Krishna consciousness, we have the chance, not only the chance, but the guarantee given by Srila Prabhupada that we will be going to Golok unless in between we fell down from the Krishna consciousness. So let us keep on continuing chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra so that we get a chance for going back to Godhead. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, samasta bhakta vrinda.